Welcome to Exclusive Let's. Let us learn with Let's. Today we are going to look at the short story The Happy Prince written by Oscar Wilde. Now let us move into the title explanation. Happy Prince is a statue which is admired by the local citizens. It is referred as an example for the happiest person who never dreamt of worries. Here, Happy Prince is very ironical that though his name is Happy Prince, he is not happy with his whole heart. Now, let us go into the author introduction. Oscar Wilde was an Irish poet and playwright. He has become one of the most popular playwrights in London in 1890s. He lived between 16th October 1854 to 30th November 1900. He lived during the Victorian era. The Picture of the Dorian Gray and The Importance of Being Earnest are some of his notable works. Now, let us move into the story. High above the city, on the tall column, stood the statue of the Happy Prince. He is covered with thin leaves of fine gold. His eyes is made up of two bright sapphires, and his sword is decorated with large red ruby. He is as beautiful as a weathercock, remarked by the town councillor. He looks like an angel, said the charity children. They lived a swallow. All his friends started migrating towards Egypt 6 weeks ago because of the arrival of the winter season. But he stayed behind, for he was in love with the most beautiful reed. He met her in the early spring. When the swallow proposed his love towards the reed made him a low bow. This love lasted throughout the summer. The swallow felt lonely, as the reed always flirted with the wind. The swallow at one point realized that he loves traveling and his wife should also love traveling, but the reed was very much attached to her home. Therefore, the swallow decided to leave for pyramids and said goodbye, and he started his journey towards Egypt. The swallow flew throughout the day, and at night it reached the statue of the Happy Prince. He decided to sleep between the Happy Prince's legs. When he was about to sleep, a large drop of water fell on him. The swallow was confused that the sky was very clear and there is not even a cloud in the sky, and where does the rain come from? When he was thinking over it, the second and the third drop of water fell on him. Then he saw the eyes of the Happy Prince is filled with tears. When the swallow asked him what is it that bothers him, the Happy Prince narrated him a story. The Happy Prince lived a very happy life. He does not know the meaning of sufferings in his lifetime. In the daytime, he played with his companions in his garden, and in the evening, he danced in the great hall. He never catch a look beyond the wall. Everything about him was so beautiful. His courtiers called him Happy Prince. He lived happily, and so he died happily. After his death, they set up in this high column, from where he sees all the ugliness and the miseries of his cities. Though his art is made up of lead, he cannot choose but to weep. Then the prince showed the swallow the poor house of the seamstress who earns her living by sewing. She sews the dress of the queen's maid for the next court ball. In the corner of her house, her boy is lying ill. He is suffering from fever, and he asks for oranges, but the poor seamstress has no money to give him anything except the river water. Therefore, the Happy Prince asks the swallow to take his ruby from his pot and give it to the seamstress. Though at first the swallow was not ready to help him, later he became the messenger of the Happy Prince and carried out his ruby to the poor seamstress. Then the swallow reported his deeds to the Happy Prince, telling he felt quite warm although the climate was so cold. The prince appreciated him, that is, because of his noble deeds. When the day broke, the swallow went down to the river and took bath. A professor of ornithology, that means the study of birds, was surprised to see the swallow in the winter and reported it to the local newspaper. The swallow cried happily that he goes to Egypt tonight, and when the moon rose, he flew back to the Happy Prince. Again, the Happy Prince asked the little swallow to stay with him for another day. The swallow narrated him the days in Egypt with his friends in these days. Then the Happy Prince showed him a young man far away across the city in a small room where he is writing a play for the director of the theatre, but he is too cold to write anymore. There is no place in his room. He has no food to eat, and the hunger has made him faint. On seeing this, Swallow said that he will wait for another day. Then the prince asked the swallow to take out the sapphire from his house, which were brought out from India 1,000 years ago, and he asked it to give it to the young man so that he will sell it and buy some firewoods and complete his play. At first, the swallow neglected to do that, but later he does it with the command of the happy prince. On seeing the sapphire, the young man became quite happy and started to finish his play with full energy. The next day, the swallow flew down to the harbor and saw the sailors heavily pulling the ropes. He shouted that he is going to Egypt, though no one cares to listen to him. For the third time, the happy prince asked the swallow to stay for another night. The swallow explains the arrival of the winter season had made him feel so cold that the snow will be here soon. And he said, though he is leaving, he will never forget him. He said, for the next spring, he will bring two beautiful jewels, that is the large ruby that is greater than the red rose, and the sapphire that is as blue as the great sea. Then the prince, for the third time, showed a little match girl whose matches has fallen in the gutter. That is a pathway made for the rainwater to move on. If she does not get some money, then her father will beat her, and for that she is crying in agony. The little girl has no shoes or stockings, or a little head is bare without any hat in this cold season. The prince then asked the swallow to take away his another eye for the little girl. Though the swallow hesitated for the welfare of the prince, later he carried away the stone on his command. On seeing the beautiful sapphire, the little girl became happy and ran back to her home happily. Then the swallow came back to the prince and said that he will never leave him, for he has become blind, giving away his eyes. The next day broke. The swallow sat on the shoulders of the prince and told the stories of the strange land, that is, the stories of Egypt. Then the prince said, dear swallow, you tell me of marvelous things, but sufferings of men and women is much more crucial than anything. Though you speak of mystery, yet it is not greater than the misery. Then the prince asked the swallow to fly over the city and report what he sees through his eyes. The swallows report the ups and downs in the city, where the rich are making merry on one side and the poor starves on the other side. He sees the poor people looking for shelter in the cold rain. On hearing these things, the prince asked the swallow to pick off the fine gold coverings of his body, leaf by leaf, and asked him to distribute it to the poor people. This leaf of gold brought bread to the poor people, and they happily played games in the street, fulfilling their hunger. After the snow came the frost. The poor little swallow grew colder and colder. He picked up the crumbs of bread and covered himself with it. Later, he comes to know that he is going to die. He murmured goodbye to the prince. He whispered to let him kiss his hand, but the prince asked him to kiss his lips. This shows the mutual love between the prince and the swallow. The prince asked the swallow to go to Egypt, but the swallow told him that he is going to the house of death. Then the swallow kisses his lips and falls to death. On feeling the death of the swallow, the prince's leaden heart broke into pieces. Next morning, the mayor saw the shabby prince looked a little better than the beggar. He ordered to remove the statue and build a new statue by melting the old one. Then the mayor decided to build a statue of his own. Then they melted the statue in the furnace, but the broken heart did not melt in the furnace. Therefore, they threw it along with dead bird. One day, God asked the angel to bring him the most precious things in the city. Angel took the broken heart and the dead bird. God appreciated them for choosing rightly and said, the bird will sing songs forever, and the happy prince shall praise me in this paradise. The happy prince is said to be a fairy tale because it has some of the main elements of the fairy tale. The fairy tale does not open or close abruptly. Here in this Happy Prince, the short story does not open or close abruptly. It has a beginning and an end. It begins with the statue of the Happy Prince and ends with the days of Swallow and Happy Prince in heaven. And the next one is the repetition is used extensively. The repetition is usually unfold. Here, Swallow, swallow, little swallow, said the prince, will you not stay with me for one night and be my messenger? This sentence is repeatedly used in the short story for 3 times. Therefore, we come to the conclusion here also the repetition used extensively and it is also threefold. And the third point is the number 3 appears frequently in fairy tales. When the swallow goes to sleep in between the legs of Prince statue, 3 drops of tears fell over him. And the prince asks the swallow to stay with him for another day for 3 times. Here also the number 3 is repeated frequently. Therefore, this point is also satisfied. No scene includes more than 2 characters. Yes, here also in every scene we have only 2 characters. The tale is always single standard. It proceeds in a direct line from beginning to end. Yes, here also Happy Prince is proceeding from beginning to end without any distractions. And here the 2 characters are used to fulfill the same role. Yes, the Happy Prince and the swallow is used to fulfill the same roles. They both help the people, poor people, and they die for it. Different episodes to be patterned in similar ways. Here in the short story, the Happy Prince narrates some true events in the city and asks the swallow to help them with the precious stones in the similar way continuously for more than 2 times. Yes, it is also repeated. And the different episodes are patterned in a similar way. This point is also satisfied here. Therefore, the Happy Prince is considered to be a fairy tale. I hope you guys understood this video. Thank you for watching. Please like, share us and subscribe us and don't forget to press the bell button.